Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. There is a power flowing to and through you. As it flows into your consciousness, you get to choose. Are you going to make it positive or negative by virtue of the thoughts that you choose? I know most people would say, I would never choose to be miserable. I would never choose poverty. I would never choose lack, limitation, scarcity, all the problems. But when you realize that you have control over which way you're headed, you can shift. When a person's attitude shifts, everything in that world shifts too. If it shifts in a negative direction, the person's entire life shifts in that direction. When it shifts in a positive direction, life improves for that person. Most people's attitude with respect to the economy or the world in general is being controlled by the media. But the media is not to be blamed. Conditions or circumstances are not to be blamed. If we're having a problem, our conscious choice is where the problem originates. Conscious choice is where all future success begins. The law of polarity says everything has an opposite. Up, down, cold, hot, in, out, positive, negative. There's a positive and negative pole, and you have to have both to have anything. How would you know how wonderful certain things in your life are if you didn't experience the opposite? I think a lot of people's problems stem from looking at the negative and staying stuck there, focusing on it and watching it and worrying about it. So if you understand there is a positive and negative pole and you have to have both to have anything, notice that you can only focus on one polarity at a time. You cannot be both positive and negative. You're either going in one direction or the other. The conscious mind has the ability to accept, reject, or ignore. As ideas and information come into our mind, we have the ability to determine whether we want to accept it, whether we want to let that be part of our life. When someone shares information that is negative, you can choose to reject it. Don't internalize it, don't entertain it. The conscious mind is the thinking mind, the educated mind. This is where our intellectual faculties are resident. This is where your sensory factors are hooked up. You can see, smell, hear, taste, and touch. And these are the highways that hook us up to the outside world. We get so wrapped up in interpreting our outside world through our five senses. But we want to take some time to shut down those senses. If you're alone, if you're in a place where you can be quiet and still, where you're not driving or multitasking, just ask that you sit quietly and close your eyes for a few moments. See if you can block out some of what you see, smell, hear, taste, and touch, and just start to focus on the present. The subconscious mind can only accept, it accepts everything that comes to it as real. You can reach the subconscious mind through repetition, through emotional impact, through focusing on what you want with emotion. And the subconscious mind doesn't tell the difference between negative or positive. It just accepts what you focus on with emotion. So if you shift into a negative direction, you start to get emotionally involved in everything that's going wrong, your subconscious mind just notices that that's what you're focused on and shows you evidence of more of that, brings more problems and hurt and worry and doubt, because the subconscious mind can only accept. It accepts everything that comes to it as real. The subconscious mind will take in what's happening right now and accept it. Now, the good thing about that is because it has no ability to differentiate between what is real and what is imagined, if you focus on imagining the best day of your life, a wonderful feeling, feeling prosperity, feeling love, feeling like everything is going your way, life is wonderful, start to feel happy, you start to feel relaxed and at ease, you start to feel that everything is working out for your higher good. The universe says your wish is my command, and it brings you what you're in harmony with. It brings you what you're in vibrational energy with. You match the good or the bad, the beautiful or the ugly. Remember earlier I said the law of polarity says everything has an opposite, positive, negative, up, down, hot, cold, in, out. So you have to have both to have anything, but you can only focus on one polarity at a time. You're either one or the other. You want to be focused on going in the direction of positive, life-giving. The spirit is always for fuller expansion and expression, and each one of us has this spiritual energy in us and flowing to and through us. Whatever is impressed upon the subconscious mind controls the vibration of the body. Your vibrational energy is dictated by the ideas that you impress upon your subconscious mind. Negative idea, you're going to move into a bad vibration. Positive idea, you will instantly move into a positive vibration. The body is an instrument of the mind. It does exactly what the mind tells it to do. If we understand how the mind functions, we can control the outside world. We don't want the outside world to control us. As quieting your mind for a few minutes, meditating on this idea that there is a power flowing to and through you, and as it flows into your consciousness, you're going to make it either positive or negative by virtue of the thoughts that you choose. What are you choosing? Which direction are you taking your life? More positive or more negative? I'm going to read a little bit from Psychocybernetics. This book was written by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. And he talks about seeing in your mind a mental picture of what it is that you truly want. And he tells a story about golf champion Ben Hogan. He mentally rehearsed each shot. Time magazine reported that when golf champion Ben Hogan played in a tournament, he mentally rehearsed each shot just before making it. He made the shot perfectly in his imagination. In his imagination, he felt the club head strike the ball just as it should. He felt himself performing the perfect follow through. And then he stepped up to the ball and he depended on what he called muscle memory to carry out the shot just as he imagined it. Alex Morrison, one of the most well-known golf teachers in the world, actually worked out a system of mental practice. It enables you to improve your golf score by sitting in an easy chair and practicing mentally what he called the 7 Morrison keys. The mental side of golf represents 90% of the game, he said. The physical side, 8%, and the mechanical side, 2%. In his book, Better Golf Without Practice, which is now out of print, Morrison recounted how he taught comedian and writer Lou Lair to break 90 for the first time with no actual practice whatsoever. Morrison had Lair sit in an easy chair in his living room and relax while he demonstrated for him the correct swing and gave a brief lecture on the Morrison keys. Lair was instructed to engage in no actual practice on the links, but instead spend 5 minutes each day relaxing in his easy chair, visualizing himself attending to the keys correctly. Several days later, with no physical preparation whatever, Lair joined his regular foursome, amazed them by shooting 9 holes in an even par, 36. The core of the Morrison system is you must have a clear mental picture of the correct thing before you can do something successfully. Alex Morrison, by this method, enabled Paul Whiteman and many other celebrities to chop as much as 10 to 12 strokes off their golf scores. Johnny Bula, the well-known professional golfer, wrote an article in which he said, having a clear mental image of just where you wanted the ball to go and what you wanted it to do was more important than form in golf. Most of the pros, said Bula, have one or more serious flaws in their form, yet they manage to shoot good golf. It was Bula's theory that if you would picture the end results, see the ball going where you wanted it to go, and have the confidence to know that it was going to do what you wanted, your subconscious mind would take over and direct your muscles correctly. If your grip was wrong and your stance not in the best form, your subconscious would still take care of that by directing your muscles to do whatever was necessary to compensate for the error in form. So what did I say earlier? The law of polarity says everything has an opposite, and while your conscious mind has the ability to accept, reject, or ignore, as ideas and information come into our mind, we have the ability to determine, is that what I want? Do I still want to be miserable and going in the direction and complaining? Or do I want to reject that Don't entertain it. Don't internalize it. Start to get the picture of what I really, really prefer. What would I desire? How would my life look? How would I feel if I was relaxed and happy? If I was healthy? It takes 5 minutes to sit in a relaxed position and imagine what would that feel like. Your subconscious mind can only accept. If you sit and practice feeling what it would be like to have your goal accomplished, what do you really want? You have to attach the emotion to it. You know, there's lots of different strategies. You could write out 100 times every day, I'm so happy that I'm healthy. I'm so happy that I'm a millionaire. I'm so happy that I'm doing what I want. I love golf. That's not going to take you anywhere. Your hand will get sore, but you'll still notice you're not where you want to be. That's because your subconscious understands the language of emotion. Your conscious mind is taking in and interpreting the outside, and that's why you have to stop paying attention to the 6-lane highways of everything that you see, smell, taste, hear, and touch, and just get quiet. Quiet your mind before you get out of bed, before you get in your car, before you walk into the office, before you go into the family situation that's not working out well. The first thing is to quiet your mind and decide, how do I want this to go? What would I love? What would I prefer? What if it really went easy? What if my outside world started to change and reflect what I really wanted? What you impress on the subconscious mind controls the vibration of your body. Your vibration is dictated by the ideas that you impress upon your subconscious mind. Negative idea, you're going to move into a bad vibration, and that's all you can attract to you. If we understand that the body is an instrument of the mind, and it does exactly what the mind tells it to do, how important is it to take that positive idea of what you really, really want and move yourself into a positive vibration? Set an intention that this is going to be a fantastic day. I am healthy. I am happy. I am loved. I am respected. Get into that vibrational energy of what those words feel like. What does it feel like to be grateful? Someone has given you a gift and it means so much to you that you're almost crying with overwhelming joy and gratitude. That puts your body into such a fantastic vibrational energy. You will attract better circumstances, nicer people, more things in your life to be happy about. In Maxwell Maltz's book, Psycho-Cybernetics, he talks about the real secret of mental picturing. He says, successful men and women have since the beginning of time used mental pictures and rehearsal practice to achieve success. Even Napoleon practiced soldiering in his imagination for many years before he ever went onto an actual battlefield. Webb and Morgan, in their book Making the Most of Your Life, tell us that the notes Napoleon made from his readings during the years of study filled, when it was printed, 400 pages. He imagined himself as a commander, and he drew maps of the island of Corsica showing where he would place various defenses, making all his calculations with mathematical precision. Conrad Hilton imagined himself operating a hotel long before he ever bought one. When he was a boy, he used to play that he was a hotel operator. Henry Kaiser has said that each of his business accomplishments was realized in his imagination before it appeared in actuality. It's no wonder that the art of mental picturing has in the past sometimes been associated with magic. However, the new science of cybernetics gives us an insight into why mental picturing produces such amazing results, and shows that these results are due not to magic, but to the natural, normal functioning of our minds and our brains. Cybernetics, that's the mechanical study of a program that, like your thermostat, where the temperature is set, or like a GPS in your vehicle, where the destination is set. Cybernetics regards the human brain, nervous system, and muscular system as a highly complex servo mechanism, an automatic goal-seeking machine that steers its way to a target or a goal by use of feedback data and stored information, automatically correcting course when necessary. This doesn't mean that you are a machine, but that your physical brain and body functions as a machine that you operate. This automatic creative mechanism within you can operate in only one way. It must have a target to shoot at. As Alex Morrison said, you must first clearly see a thing in your mind before you can do it. When you do see a thing clearly in your mind, the creative success mechanism within you takes over and does the job so much better than you could by conscious effort or through willpower. Instead of trying hard by conscious effort to do the thing with iron-jawed willpower, and all the while worrying and picturing to yourself all the things that are likely to go wrong, you simply relax the strain. Stop trying to do it by strain and effort. Picture to yourself the target that you really want to hit, and let your creative success mechanism take over. Thus, mentally picturing the desired end result literally forces you to use positive thinking. You are not relieved thereafter from effort and work, but your efforts are used to carry you forward toward your goal, rather than in the futile mental conflict that results when you want and try to do one thing, but picture yourself doing something else. The same creative mechanism within you can help you achieve your best possible self if you will form a picture in your imagination of the self that you want to be and see yourself in the new role. This is a necessary condition to personality transformation, regardless of the method of therapy used. Before a person can change, he must see himself in a new role. Each day, spend some time closing your eyes, relaxing your body as much as possible, and create a mental motion picture of yourself as you would like it to be. In this mental motion picture, see yourself enjoying the life that you want. I've seen many miracles in personality transformation when an individual changes his self-image. Decide what it is you really want. There's something that your heart desires. You want to practice it. Go into a mental rehearsal. Now, if you have a pen and paper handy, I want you to think about a clear image, something that you would love to have show up in your life. It doesn't matter if it's a material object like a dream house or a new car. It doesn't matter if it's vital, vibrant health. See yourself walking along a beach, maybe playing golf or playing with children or grandchildren. Healthy, happy, active, fit. Your clothes are fitting beautifully. You feel great. Write down what it is that's not part of your life now, but you really desire that. And practice it, rehearse it. How does it feel now that you're vibrantly healthy, happy? Your clothes look beautiful. You're going into a work or family situation confident and calm, knowing that this power is always flowing to and through you, and you can tap into this energy anytime. You might write down, I am so happy and grateful now that, whatever that is, whatever this is, whatever it is that you truly desire, you have to feel it. You have to rehearse it in your mind. You have to become consciously aware of what you want and then program your subconscious mind with emotion, with how does it feel to be there. And you practice repeating that often enough, your body just automatically takes action because your subconscious mind looks for evidence to prove to you that is your life. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Create a wonderful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.